Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
Thanks for joining us today. I'll be reading from Psalm 130 out of the English Standard Version. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. O Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my pleas for mercy. If you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? But with you there is forgiveness, that you may be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord more than the watchman for the morning, more than the watchman for the morning. O Israel, hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is plentiful redemption. And he will redeem Israel from all his iniquities. As this psalm starts out, this psalmist is clearly in a bad spot. He's in a situation that we don't know the extent of, but he says out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. And he is pleading for the Lord to hear him. In verse 3, he goes on to talk about how if the Lord is to hold our iniquities, hold our gross sins, our things that we've done that we can't, it makes us ashamed to think of, that if he was to hold all that against us, who could stand? Who could be there? Who could stand before him and justify that? Nobody could. But that's where he says, but with you, Father, there is forgiveness, that you may be feared. In verses 5 and 6, he talks about the patience and the hope that he has in waiting for the Lord. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I hope. And verse 6 talks about it relates to the watchman waiting for the morning. That's something that you and I today don't really relate to, because we don't have somebody watching over the city like they did back then, that's waiting for the dawn, waiting for his shift to be over, waiting for there to be safety. And he's very much anticipating that. And that's the kind of anticipation he has, waiting on the Lord and hoping for the Lord. He's waiting for that. He's looking forward to that. And in verses 7 and 8, it's really a plea with Israel to hope in the Lord, to put their trust and their steadfast love in the Lord, and to hope for that redemption that he has. And he knows, he has confidence as he finishes the psalm, that he will redeem Israel from all his iniquities. He's clearly saying that if they hope in the Lord and if they put their trust in him, that he has the power to do that. This psalm is one that we probably can all relate to at times in our life, if we think about those dire situations or times that we've been through that have not been pleasant for us. But if you have hope for the Lord in those, you can look back and see where he has come through. And if you hadn't hoped for him, you can look back and see how much easier that would have been if you would have put your hope in there. I know that I've been in both those circumstances, and that it's humbling to know that this psalm, written so many years ago, still is a perfect correlation to what we go through today, in hoping for the Lord, waiting for him, putting our trust in him. As we conclude our study today, one thing that I would like you to think about is, do you have the hope and the patience that this psalmist has when waiting on the Lord? One thing that you might pray for is for us to have confidence in your promises, Father, because we can see all throughout the Bible the promises that he gives us, and our Father is faithful, and he will come through for us. We hope that you've enjoyed our reading of Psalm 130 today, and we hope that you have a blessed day.